Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this story, the Kenect Switcher story with Jesse Aldous, the controller of Kenect. My name is David Apple, head of the SaaS vertical here at Sage Intacct. I want to start with who is Kenect? Kenect is an amazing firm riding the macro trend of how companies and brands communicate with their customers, but unique in a very scalable, communicative way with text. Jesse, would you share a little bit with everybody about who is Kenect?
Sure, and David, thanks for having me here.
Of course.
Kenect is a messaging platform that simply allows businesses to, connect, pun intended, with its customers. We're located just south of Salt Lake City in beautiful Utah County. We have over 200 full-time employees, wonderful people to work with. Our product works basically, it allows businesses to turn their business lines into opportunities to communicate with their customers via text message, which is the increasing, I think, preferred method of communication among consumers, family members, friends, whatever it may be. Basically, the text messages come in like an inbox, an email inbox, and then they can be routed to the appropriate person. They can be responded to automatically or manually. So basically, your customer's voice is always heard, right? Nothing falls through the cracks. And we back up our platform with our company values, which is above and beyond service, right? To exceed expectations, a simple to use platform that integrates with our clients' relationship management databases, and being experts in the industries that we choose to go into. I think, sometimes you see some greenfield, you're like, let's go in there, let's introduce our product. But we want to make sure that our people have the knowledge and experience to be able to back up the product and deliver on that exceed expectation value that we have.
And for all of you who potentially had a text communication with one of your brands, you can see the underlying technology and like right place at the right time. And that's why the company's growing as fast as it has. But underneath all this is the story of what Jesse needed to do. And folks, this thing goes from the left to the right on the issues and what was going on before. Jesse, what was happening to finance? What led you to wanting to think about maybe we need to change systems?
Kenect is a 5-entity company in a limited ERP that doesn't allow us to handle multiple entities, consolidations, or robust financial reporting. I have to do consolidations in Excel. Thank goodness it's all in USD, so I don't have to worry about foreign currency translation, as fun as that is to do manually. And then dealing with things like the audit and various external reporting requirements is complicated, and so I needed to get out from under that. And as you mentioned, Kenect is a fast-growing company. I've been an accounting manager and a controller at fast-growing software companies before, and I think a lot of the audience can relate to this. Sometimes the back office can be a drag on the business's intention to move forward, whether it's acquisitions or expanding internationally, currency, or just wanting to provide different or more robust reporting to various stakeholders. So my job is not only to be able to meet the company's current needs, but to also, with this growth that's happening, where will we be in 1 to 2 years? What will we need then? And I can't do that in the current setup. And so looking elsewhere and looking at Intacct helped me to understand, like, that's where I need to go.
Well, thank you. And so why did you choose us over the previous product you were using?
Well, to be honest, our company uses NetSuite, and I was kind of excited to move forward with NetSuite. It'd been a long time since I'd used it, and I was looking forward to basically sharpening the NetSuite saw, so to speak. And it was kind of a foregone conclusion in the company that that's where we would go. I mean, we had a limited version of it. It's a big name, right? Everyone knows it and is comfortable with it. But Kenect is thoughtful and thorough in all that it does. And so in a decision like this, we had to do our due diligence. We included Intacct in the kind of the RFP in the process. And I'll tell you what really got me, in addition to its ability to record our transactions, do consolidations, multiple types of consolidations, handle currency. I mean, really, really expand, and we could use this well beyond 100, $200 million in revenue. But for me, it was the powerful reporting, right? People, I think, if I ask people to describe my job, they're like, oh, you record transactions in accordance with US GAAP. And I said, well, that's like 10% of what I do. Right. The other 90% is identifying the key stakeholders in and outside of the business and turning that data, those transactions, into information, right? That reporting that they need to be able to make decisions on how to allocate resources and otherwise run the business. And the Intacct dimension groups, the dynamic dimension groupings that you can do, just kind of blew open the door on the possibilities of providing financial reports to my management team, the banks, our private equity group. They all have different definitions of what EBITDA is, or they all want to see certain sections of the P&L differently. Well, with the way Intacct is structured, I can create a push of a button P&L or balance sheet for each one of them and simplify my life. That makes the reporting consistent, easy to use, insightful. I mean, it just checked all the boxes, and it's something I'm really exciting to move forward with and get out there.
That's just, we hear that time and time again. People sometimes choose the other product because of the perception is it's bigger, but often ultimately choose us because we're better. And that diving deep into dimensions, because every financials project is ultimately a reporting and forecasting project, and your ability to do that is so critical. I'm so glad we're empowering you to do that. I want to go deeper on one more thing, which is the tech stack, because in finance, you're trying to build an entire platform in order to have the data in there to produce the reporting. How have we helped you being able to do that across the products that you use in Salesforce CPQ, your banks, your payroll, and others?
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of inputs to an accounting system. The ERP kind of used to be the everything, right? They had a module for everything. At Kenect, we use Salesforce CPQ and the Revenue Cloud, which is basically the billing tool. So it handles all of the invoicing and the customer collections and Dunnings and all of that. We've got a payroll system, obviously, that is where we track our master employee files and things like that. Banks, two different banks, and working with Kenect, Intacct, excuse me, we're able to integrate all of those into Intacct. So it definitely going to streamline the month-end process and just to make one less step where when data goes from one system to another, one less step for error when it's currently manual and moves to an automated process.
Your quote at the bottom says it all. My perfect dashboard gives me revenue growth, NDR, TSO CAC, and many other metrics and reports. And that's ultimately what you are trying to produce. And for you, our viewer, our listener, that's ultimately what you're being asked to do in order to produce. Jesse, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
We're excited as a team. I've seen already as I introduce different reports and abilities to the finance team. I think they were excited about what we've got, but I think they're even more excited to realize, whoa, this really will make our lives simpler and better. And really, what more can you ask for?
Great. You've got amazing product market fit and riding the macro trend. And that's driving the success of the team and the amazing product and culture that the executive team's put in place. And we're very humbled and appreciative of our ability to be the reporting infrastructure that you're going to use in order to guide the rest of that growth. So thank you very much, Jesse, for choosing us and for doing this video with us. For all of you listening, thank you very much for being interested. If you wish to learn more, simply go to sageintacct.com/easyclimb. sageintacct.com/easyclimb. Jesse, fantastic. Thank you, all of you. Please have a great day.